Hello, in this video tutorial I show you how you can texturize single walls or parts of walls. Please note that you will need for the function side views, which is a part of this video, the product version Cadvilla Basic Plus or higher. I will show you now different methods how we can texturize walls. We start with the first method. The first and the simplest method is the standard method to texturize walls. In the first step, we select the 3D view and we open our catalog. Here we select the point textures, for example materials, for example plaster, standard. Now we select plaster standard 009 and for example the number 1. Now we drag the texture and we drop it on a wall. Now you can see that every wall at the ground floor is texturized with the same texture. This was the standard method how to texturize walls. Now I show you the first of two methods how we can texturize single walls. In the first step we open our catalog. Here we select textures, materials and for example plaster. We click on standard. We select for example plaster standard 009. We select for example the number 1 and now we press the left mouse button and CTRL at the same time and we drag the texture to one of our walls. As you can see, now we have texturized only this single wall. Now we texturize the next wall. Therefore we select the texture, we press CTRL and the left mouse button at the same time and we drag the texture to one of the walls. After it we select again our texture, we press CTRL and the left mouse button and we texturize also this wall. Finally, you can see that only these three walls got texturized. This was the first method how we can texturize single walls. In the next part of our tutorial, I will show you how we can texturize single walls and parts of walls with the help of surface elements. Before we start, we create a new layer. Therefore, we make a right mouse click on the layer ground floor and we select New Layer. We type in a name for our layer, for example Color Ground Floor. And after it we press OK. Now we can start adding textures to our model home. Therefore we select the point Construction Create Surface element, and in the first option we select Insert in Plane. Now we select a surface in 3D for plane definition. We select, for example, this wall. The Surface element dialog opens, and in the first step we enter for the thickness 0.001 meters. At the point borders, we can define the borders of the surface element. For the top border, we enter, for example, 0.15 meters. As you can see, the 0.15 meters get automatically deducted from our surface element. At the point area, we can select the surface element or one of the openings. We have selected now the window. That's this window in the 3D view. And now we will create a border around the window. Therefore, we select the point Uniform Margin and we type in at one of the borders 0.15 meters. Because we have selected the point Uniform Margin, the 0.15 meters get automatically transferred to all the other borders. We select the second opening. That's the door. When you have selected it, it gets displayed in red color. We don't select the point Uniform Margin in this example, and we type in 0.15 meters. Because the point Uniform Margin isn't selected, we have to type in the 0.15 meters for every border. The surface element is now finished defined, and we press OK. In the next step, we will texturize the surface element. Therefore, we open the catalog. We select Textures, Materials, Plaster. For example, Standard. We open the folder Standard 005 and we select the number 1. We press CTRL and the left mouse button at the same time and we drag it to our surface element. The first wall is now finished defined and we proceed with the second wall. We select again Create Surface Element and Insert in Plane. We select again the surface in 3D and the Surface Element dialog opens. For the thickness we enter again 0.001 meters. And for the borders we enter, for example, for the top border 0.15 meters. After it, we press OK. We select again our texture. We press CTRL and the left mouse button and we drag it to our surface element. This was the first option, how we can add textures with the help of surface elements. Now we proceed with the second option. Therefore, we select again Create Surface Element and Insert with Rectangle. In the first step, we select a surface in the 3D view. And we zoom a little bit into the view. We enter the rectangle. This is the first point. And this is the second point. The surface element dialog opens, and for the thickness we enter 0.001 meters. At the point borders, we enter again a top border. We type in 0.15 meters. Now we switch to the first opening. We select again uniform margin, and we type in, for example, 0.15 meters. The same we do with the second opening. And now I show you another option how we can select a material for our surface element. We click on Ties. We select the point 3D view and we click into the field Texture. We select the folder Plaster. Standard and Plaster Standard 005. We select the number 1 and after it we press OK and OK. We zoom out of the view. And now we can take a look at our correct defined surface element. In the next step, we will create a wood paneling in this area in the first upper floor. Before we start, we have to create a new layer for the first upper floor. Therefore, we select the project and we make a right mouse click on the first upper floor. We select New Layer. We type in a name for the new layer. For example, Color, First Upper Floor. And after it, we press OK. To enter the surface element in the first upper floor correct, we will create a section view. Therefore, we select the 2D view and we click on View and New Section View. We zoom a little bit out of the view. This is the first point of the section view. We press CTRL for a 100% horizontal line. This is the second point, and this is our section view. We maximize the window. We position the window, and we zoom a little bit into the view. Now we press the right mouse button and we select Properties. Here we select the point Hidden Line Removal and we press OK. The cross section, which you can see on the ground floor of the side view, is the defined 2D standard texture of the colored surface element in the ground floor. In a later step, I will show you how we can change this crosshatch into a color or a texture. Now we select the point Construction. Create surface element and insert with Polygon. We select the surface in the 3D view. This is our surface. And now we enter the polygon. This is the first point, the second, the third, the fourth, and this is the fifth point. After it, we press the right mouse button and we select Complete. In this case, the thickness will stay at 0.10 meters because we will add a wood paneling. The borders stay in this case also the same. And now we click on the material. We select 3D view. We click on Texture and we select the folder Wood. We select, for example, the folder Vertical and we select the number 6. After it, we press OK. If we would now select the point Change Texture Coordinates, we could change the width and the height of the texture and the rotation, for example for 90 degrees. We change it to 0 degrees. We close the window and we press OK. In the next step, I show you how you can texturize parts of walls with the help of guidelines. Therefore, we select 2D and Layout, "2D Guidelines", Guideline, Numeric Parallel Guideline. We press the right mouse button and we select Properties. We click on Appearance. We select the color. We select, for example, a green color and we press OK, OK, and OK. Now we enter a guideline, for example from this line into this direction with a distance of 0.15 meters. We enter the next guideline from this line into this direction, also with a distance of 0.15 meters. We press Escape. We zoom a little bit into the view. And we select Construction, Create Surface Element, and Insert with Polygon. We select a surface in 3D. That's this surface. This is the first point. That's the second point, the third point, and this is the last point. Now we press the right mouse button and we select Complete. The Surface Element dialog opens, and for the thickness we enter 0.001 meters. The rest is in this case OK, and we press OK. The surface element is created, and now we texturize it. We open the catalog, we leave this folder, and we open the folder Plaster Standard 009. We select the number 1, we press CTRL and the left mouse button at the same time, and we drag it to our surface element. The textures of the front side of our model home are now finished defined, and now we will define the textures of our side view. Therefore, we maximize the side view and we zoom into a position with a good overview. In the first step, we will replace the hatching in the ground floor with a color. This function is available in all cadvilla versions. Before we start, we select Project and we switch into the ground floor layer. Now we select a wall, for example this wall. We press the right mouse button and we select Properties. We click on Tiles, "2D display". We select for the fill style monochrome. Now we select the color. For example, this color. Now we click on Define Color. We make the color a little bit brighter. And after it, we press OK. OK. And OK. We press Escape. And now we will add the same texture as in the 3D view to the second wall. This function is only available in the product versions Cadvilla Professional and Cadvilla Professional Plus. Therefore, we select the wall, we press the right mouse button, and we select Properties. We click on Ties. We select 2D display. For the fill style we select Texture, and now we click into the field Path. We select the folder Plaster. Standard. Plaster Standard 005 and the number 1. We press OK and OK. We press Escape. And now the right wall is texturized with the same texture as in the 3D view. For more information about texturizing and editing side views, take a look at our video tutorial how to create and edit a side view. Finally, I show you now the reason why we have created layers for each floor. In our case, we can now deselect the textures for each floor very easy. If we would have created all textures on the ground floor layer and we would hide the first upper floor, the textures would get still displayed. So please always create a layer for each floor on which you create textures. This also applies for the 2D view. If we would like to hide the wood paneling, we deactivate the layer for the textures in the first upper floor. We can also do the same thing in the section view. When we deactivate or activate the layer for the textures, we can hide or show the colors and the textures. Of course, this works also for the first upper floor. After it, we can close the section view. Finally, we can ray trace now our model home in 3D. Thanks for watching. For more tutorials, visit our website cadvilla.com.